All right, here we are, 150 Prado 2013, bit over 300,000 Ks. As discussed, big tyres, heavy vehicle, modified, overdrive, towing camper. That's my, if you want to know why, that's what I believe is why. We've just put a brand new long motor in it and a new turbo and a few things like that. And this is happening live. We're about to start cranking it over to start the engine. Don't worry about pumping it. Go ahead, Maestro. Now we actually don't really want it to start too fast anyway, because we want to get some oil through things like the turbo and that sort of thing. That's why we don't worry too much about pumping up the fuel to make sure it starts straight away. We've got good batteries here. We've just recharged both of them. We managed to recover the battery after the RACV towing let everybody down with another flat battery. All right, you want to try it again? I reckon it'll start straight away. Well, that didn't go to plan. So let's, we haven't had that one before. I'll video and let's see what we can see. All right, truth be known, we just did this little thing for you to show you what happens if you don't watch the videos. And if you miss one plug, bada bing, bada boom, that's what's going to happen. So once you plug in that last plug, let's see what happens now. And that is a bada bing, bada boom. One plug. Put it in the comments. Let me know which plug it was. Let's see who can figure it out. You forget one plug on the injector job, on the engine replacement, on the manifold clean, anything you do, you forget one plug, it's all looking like bad news for you. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, of course, like always, I've got to say this. I didn't do this auto electrical, and I'm not saying it's the worst I've seen, but I've certainly seen better. There's a lot going on, and if I had a lot going on, when you got a lot going on, you can't really have it like that. I mean, let's have a look at this. I mean, do you see what I see? I mean, we've got a positive that everything on the vehicle, the negative's earthed right to the body of the car. You can see that cable there. Well, it's a bit hard to see what's going on really, but that one there comes here and it's meant to go to this, so it goes on there somewhere. You can't really see what's going on. So the whole vehicle's negative, including this battery bracket negative. And just look how close all these, I mean, we just put it back how it is, how it was. We're not redoing the auto electrical, but, okay, we've got some good zip ties there. But I just don't like these, and I know that's a fuse, or even the other end of those, anywhere near this, or rubbing on top of that, like that, you know what I mean? Don't like it at all. So as far as I'm concerned, our job's done there. This is really good. But work needs to be done on the vehicle, watching videos, going to the right people, get the car set up correctly, because it would be really disastrous if you were to not only have one of the last of the best, that this happened, you rectified it, making all the best choices, new engine, new turbo, new engine mounts, new, big long list of new things, and then the car burnt to the ground because of a short circuit somewhere, because well, they don't burn to the ground. They just really cook and melt everything and do write-off damage. So anyway, I could talk about that all day. If you do ever get your car towed from any towing service, including whatever RACV organises, just ask them, can you please just turn the power off? Because they must just leave it on, because all these cars come in with flat batteries. Sometimes this one, usually this one, sometimes that one as well. This one I think's got a solar panel, might be hooked up to it, keeping it looked after. And like I said in the first video, if you've got an SPI 12, you can then click a button or make a temporary connection, momentary switch, whatever, to connect this battery to that one to get the engine started. where with this DC-DC charger, you can't do that. But it's good for the solar control, whatever. Got a Victron something going on here as well. Shunt. So there's a few things going on. Different setup to what, you know, so it's not a simple setup, it's a little bit more complex. These kind of good battery terminals, but yeah, not bad. They're not really fully insulated though, are they? You know, they just got these little covers over the top. And that's the way we like it. Job done and the car gone from the Bada Bing and this Joel's Garage hoist. Awesome. Okie dokes. So we're just been on a preliminary. So is that what it is when it's the first? One of the preliminary road tests, and obviously drives beautiful. Just doing some first inspection. I suppose, you know, everything's right, but we just inspect and go over everything in detail, everything we can see, hoses, connections, clamps, electrical connections, which obviously we're not at all happy with any of the electrical. Again, like the other battery, the positive here, we've got a unprotected wire rubbing on the wing nut there. We've got another fuse here rubbing on the earth back. It's just sloppy. It's really sloppy. I don't like it. Each to their own. You can leave it like that if you like it. Maybe you don't understand why I don't like it. Hopefully you get it now with the explanation of the whole car being earth negative. Anything the positive wires touch shorts out, and if it's unfused, you're going to be having issues. Always a good possibility. So what we do, we've just gone for a drive for a couple of Ks, do a bit of inspection, have a bit of a look, and then we're going to go for a drive a few more Ks, a little bit further, come back, have an inspection, so that if we find anything that hasn't been sent on a long drive, then we actually road test the vehicle. An engine job, we do over 100 Ks in road testing, and then we do what we call a final inspection where we check over everything thoroughly. And because we've done the engine job, it doesn't mean your whole car bumper to bumper's okay. It means everything around the engine and related to that's okay. It doesn't mean we've fixed up your auto electrical problems. It doesn't mean your diff breather's not still mounted to your fuel filter. If that's what it is, I'm just making assumptions here what that breather might be. Not how I would put things, but I've been saying this for years. I don't want to give owners too much of a hard time, but I'm just trying to advise you for reliability. These things need to be taken care of differently to what they are. Anyway, we'll continue with this, and if anything pops up, anything we've forgotten and things to be aware of, we'll let you know. Remember, only brand new genuine engines, don't bother with rebuilds. Same with injectors. That's why we supply the injector kit and told everybody about the scam. You know, the remanufactured and the new ones all in the same boxes. The counterfeit stuff that looks just the same. The other brands that are rebuilt that are done by people that make mistakes. If you just want it to be right every time and the best customer service in the world, you just get your injector kit from me, you get your engine from me, you get it installed here at the Prado Hilux Engine Replacement Hospital. And not many people are, because they didn't wait till the end, and we're busy anyway. We can't help everyone. We're quite happy with what we're doing. And bada bing, bada boom. We'll catch you in the next video.